Hello and welcome everybody. I'm very excited to present a new series of what I've called Amazing Podcasts, a series of programs I'm going to be producing on different subjects I want to share with you and the online community. The first one of this series of podcasts will treat the topic of meditation. Yes, you heard well, meditation, concretely mindfulness meditation. This first podcast will be a little bit of an experiment, since it will be my first immersion in the fascinating world of audio contents. So let's get started. I remember very well the time when I started to do meditation. It was already 3 years ago, and I was invited by a former work colleague to join a group who meditated together every Friday in one of the free meeting rooms in our building. It was a workshop at work that lasted 20 minutes, and some of these first sessions I followed were in French. The first session I went to, we just had a recording played on the computer. We all sat together, closed our eyes, and followed the voice of the guide calmly. I remember vividly I was in big need of this time for myself, just in the middle of my workplace, where I have always felt I had to be the perfect person and employee. I sensed, though, from the beginning, that even being at work, I had to keep a sacred space for myself, for my needs, for my person as a whole, not only for being at disposal of my employer. It was so refreshing. I got to calm my thoughts for a little while, just sat and focused on my breath. How is this breath? What about this other breath? Observing from outside the endless stream of thoughts that pass through my head every minute. And making this effort helped me to calm my body and correct my posture, all without any judgment. And my whole day transformed thanks to this simple activity. On top of that, I found it so easy to do, and the good effects were clearly palpable in my mental health and in my body. Somehow, I had the impression that my weekend started a little bit earlier thanks to this practice. My day turned from a regular day into the first day of the weekend, when I had this precious time for myself. I got to let go of fears and obstacles that only existed in my mind. So I became a regular participant in this beautiful workshop, which then was held in the library, a place that brings me so good memories of my first job, where I worked with excellent colleagues who hosted me with open arms when I was a complete newcomer. Nowadays, I continue to do my meditation with this amazing community via the internet. Thanks to our guide and meditation teacher, I have become more and more aware of myself, my true self, my authentic needs and motivations. I have become more free internally. I've rediscovered new dimensions of my spirituality and have been able to make progress at different levels in my life. Finally, I would like to say a big thank you to that former colleague who invited me for the first time to this wonderful workshop. And thanks too to all the people who accompanied me throughout the way during that specific period of my life and the current one.